we go on to Netflix and Friends, and we go to Disney Plus, and we're going to talk Agatha All Along. Holly, if you please, give us a premise of what Agatha All Along is.
I'll start it, and then you will need to cut in.
I will cut in, but first I'm going to go get something out of a baby's mouth.
Okay, that seems reasonable. You need to start the timer. Apparently, he's not started the timer.
Okay.
So, premise is Agatha Harkness is a character from the Marvel cinematic universe, who is a witch of many, many years' provenance. And it's you haven't started the timer, Toes.
Yes, I know. I heard. Agatha Harkness, cinematic universe, yes.
Yes, witch of some age, and she was last seen in
WandaVision.
Vision.
Yes.
And at the end of WandaVision, without giving away too much about WandaVision, she finds herself spellbound and not really knowing who she is.
Yes.
And she is pottering around, happily living her, not real life as a police officer. When
because when the show starts, it starts off being called Agatha of Eastview.
Oh, right.
No, sorry, Agatha of Westview. They live in Westview. Agatha of Westview, like sort of mayor of East Town, that kind of thing.
And she is hanging around, being her very much not magical self.
Yeah.
And a young man turns up and says, "I need your help. You are Agatha." As all of this is in the trailer.
Yeah.
I need your help to find. I need you to take me to the Witch's Road.
Yes. Yes. So essentially, a young man shows up who they only ever refer to as Teen. So, and in classic Marvel fashion, you know that this means that whenever they show up and they're like, "Oh, this person, well, we're not going to reveal their name for story reasons and everything like that," you know that there's going to be something, there's going to be a whole bunch of speculation, and at some point they're going to reveal who this person actually is, and it's going to be. Sure enough, it's somebody from the comics that people who go into the deep will know. Those who have like a bit of a surface level thing, like I did before the MCU started, probably wouldn't know who this character is. But yeah, a young man comes along saying, "I want you to go into this thing called the Witch's Road because you're the only person who's rumored to ever have survived the Witch's Road." And the idea is, it's almost kind of like a yellow brick road kind of thing. At the end of the Witch's Road, you get what your heart desires. So yeah, and I don't think it's a spoiler to say that Agatha very quickly remembers who she is because of events that have happened somewhere else in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And if you've been keeping up to date, you will know what that event is. She very quickly remembers who she is, but she finds that she has no power, and then she's convinced to get onto the Witch's Road to go get her power back. But she has to build a coven, and because she hates other witches, she hates being around other witches. She has to go build a coven of all this motley crew of other witches to put together, and then they get onto the Witch's Road. And sure enough, this comes from WandaVision, and I think at the beginning they make it look as if they're going to do what WandaVision did, where WandaVision had like a different genre of comedy sitcom each week. They don't quite do that, but every single episode of this hints at a different genre of TV. Like, they have all these different trials they have to do when they're on the road. And the first trial that they have to do is Big Little Lies. And they reference Big Little Lies in it.
Right.
Then there's a bit where they end up, one of the trials is pretty much an 80s camp horror movie. Another one of them is like they end up in like a recording studio, and they look like the 70s type sort of what they call Fleetwood Mac type band. Yeah. And it's just sort of like, goes through all these different things, and it's episodic in that, okay, what is the trial we have to do this week? What's the thing we have to do this week? What's the thing we have to do this week? So all in all, I thought it was all right. I thought this was all right. I personally didn't like where it ended, and I didn't like how because the way it ended, you're like, wait, so, oh no. Because
how many episodes in this, Toes?
10.
Was it 10?
Yeah.
There were that many episodes?
Yeah.
Okay, it did not feel like 10. It didn't. I think they all
The
happened out.
last two were, it might have been 9. The last two were released together.
Okay. All right. Well, it seemed to fly by. It really did seem to fly by. So, but I think if you watched WandaVision and if you've been watching the MCU, I would say go ahead and watch this. I don't think it's essential. They end it in a way that is kind of like, ooh, well, how's this going to lead on to the next thing in the MCU? I'm beginning to hate that. I am really beginning to hate that. I'm like, just tell the story and end the story, damn it. But it's kind of like, yeah, it handled, the characters still be here, we'll come back and see them later. I personally would give it a 3. Holly, I don't know about you.
My views are very similar. I enjoyed watching it, but I found it a little bit frustrating. I liked part of how it closed out. Some of the conclusions I thought were great and really interesting. But exactly the same as well. It's just like sometimes you can tell a story and you can stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not everything. And this is my irritation about so much TV is it's okay to do one series.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need to be leading us breadcrumbs to another series. Just stop sometimes.
Yeah.
If that's good, one is good enough.
Yeah. Oh, and with 30 seconds, I love Catherine Hahn, who plays Agatha. I absolutely love Catherine Hahn.
Yeah, it's the same one who's in the Scarlet Witch one.
Yeah. She is brilliant. Catherine Hahn is brilliant. However, there's a bit towards the end where I thought her performance was getting really pantomimey with no explanation whatsoever.
Okay.
Like I think the performance changes at some point, and I don't know why, and I didn't quite like that. So okay, anyway, we're gonna stick to time. That's 3 stars. Did you say 3, Holly?
From me as well.
Yeah, 3 stars for Agatha all along.